Let's describe the pectoralis major. There are three muscle heads. The first head begins at the clavicle and extends to the bicipital cavity. The second head starts at the sternum and goes to the bicipital cavity. The third head starts from the first to the seventh rib and always toward the bicipital cavity. Now let's see how we can identify the trigger points in relation to these three muscle heads. The first head's trigger points that reach the bicipital cavity are arranged this way. One is found here and the other is a bit lower. Here are the trigger points from the upper fibers that start at the clavicle, with the irradiation zone being the whole anterior deltoid area and medial. It involves the inner arm going to the inner forearm, where there will be a more evident irradiation zone. We will find the other trigger points for the two underlying muscle heads, that is, the one originating from the sternum and the one from the rib, that always converge at the bicipital cavity. Here, we will see the trigger points laid out like this. Overall, there are 5, 2 like this. The other two are positioned a bit more to the side, and the last one is lower. These trigger points can provide anterior deltoid irradiation and affect the medial part of the arm, extending to a more evident irradiation zone in the forearm. The treatment of the trigger points that gives us the best results is the one that involves local compression, which can be either single in relation to the patient's sensation or in overlap to increase the pressure. I keep this compression for approximately 90 seconds or until I sense the trigger release. During this compression, the irradiations we just mentioned may obviously occur. Pectoralis minor description. Originating from the coracoid process, which is this point you see earlier on the shoulder, and from this point, 3 bundles branch out that attach to the 3rd, 4th, and 5th ribs. The first trigger point is just under the coracoid process, and the other is descending diagonally, always in the 3rd bundle that reaches the 5th rib. These are the 2 main trigger points for the pectoralis minor, with the irradiation zone being the whole pectoral area, the shoulder, the medial arm, and the forearm, also involving the last 2 fingers and half of the middle finger. Thus, when treating the first or second trigger point we identified, we could produce irradiation in these areas we talked about, and there is a more obvious area of irradiation, which is this part of the anterior deltoid region. Thank you for watching this video on the pectoralis. Remember to subscribe to the channel, give a thumbs up, and leave your comments below. Make sure to also watch the video on trigger points in the neck and calf. You can view them by clicking on the side thumbnails. Check the link in the description to see our courses. See you in the next video.